or welcome back or welcome to my channel if you are new. So today I am going to be drawing with a black paper for the first time, using a new brand to me for the first time. This is by Canson, sold at Michael's, and they have excellent quality paper, so I have heard. I am used to using the Dollar Tree's type of drawing paper, which is still really good, but of course when you're thinking about quality and thickness, you're probably going to get something better from somewhere like Michael's over the Dollar Tree. Canson XL black drawing, extra black, double-sided, textured and smooth paper, 40 sheets, and this is the 7x10. I usually use the 9x12 to fit this presentation book that I got from Amazon. This is just where I keep my drawings at. These let you know that these are a drawing pad for heavyweight, ideal for dry media and acid free. They give you an idea of what you're using it for. And then this is like the paint and marker pad, heavyweight, bleed resistant, acid free. Well, this paper unfortunately does not tell you what it is designed for, so I'm guessing it's like a mixed medium paper. You can use paint, oils, acrylics, colored pencils. That's what I'm guessing, because again it does not say it. I know Canson's other books usually say it, but this one does not, so I'm just going to go based off what I think. This is how it looks when you open it up. It does have a perforated side right here. It even says it right here, micro perforation, so you can easily tear it apart, which I think is very handy, because when it comes to these pads, I'm just literally like pulling it out. Front and back is all black. Quality is nice and thick. I have seen other videos and comments of people asking what art tools work best on black paper. I did use the last page in the book. This book is kind of different for me. It's a cardboard front and back. Usually I'm used to some sort of paper being on a back, but that's no big deal at all. This first color up here, General's Pastel Chalk in the shade White. When I tried to use this on regular paper, it did not show up, but it does show up very well on this type of textured paper. Very vibrant and smooth. And again, this is 4414 white pastel chalk. It's not your regular colored pencil, so do keep that in mind. I decided to use a white right under it because I wanted to see the difference in the white colors. So this is the Faber-Castell Gold Faber pencil in the shade 101, which is another white. There is a clear difference in the way the white with the pastel chalk shows up versus the colored pencil, but again, I think people are more prone to using colored pencils rather than chalk. It's just like a personal preference or kind of what you are working on at the time. The Crayola Colors of the World, and I just reached for a shade light medium rose. And again, this is from their Colors of the World 24 pencils. You can get these at Walmart, which I think Walmart sells them the cheapest. I will try to have everything linked down below that I use, but you can see this shows up. It is a light medium rose, almost like a more pinky tone, but it's pretty vibrant and pretty smooth. From Amazon, you can get these by Black Widow. These are the Skin Wax colors, light tones and dark tones. They only come in 2 packs like these for skin tones, and then they have a wide variety of other wax colored pencils. So this is in a shade Sunburst. I really wanted to see how a yellow shows up. Now I will say you can see that this is clearly a yellow, but when coloring it on this paper, it looks more like a yellow greenish color. It tones down this color, and it also is not true to color. And then what I decided to do right across from there, kind of right next to it, is use a yellow colored pencil. Faber-Castell, this is Gold Faber in the shade 105, which again is a yellow. You could definitely see the difference between the two tones. I feel like because this is a colored pencil, it kept it true to color versus what the wax pencil was willing to do. And it's even a little bit more vibrant. These colors right here, you can barely see them. I hope it shows up at least a little bit on camera. Crafter Squares Oil Pastels. Now these are from the Dollar Tree, so do keep in mind that the quality is not going to be that great. I've never used oil pastels before, but I tried these. On other paper, they work a lot better, but on this paper, it barely showed up. It's definitely patchy and it clumps up really bad. But what I did was I started with the green. I don't know if I used the darker green or the light green. I think I used the light green. And then right next to it right here, I went in with the yellow. I don't know how higher quality oil pastels would work on this. If you have Michaels near you, black paper book, because they do have these out in the open so you can swatch colored pencils. So if you have an oil pastel, just, you know, bring it out, try to swatch it, see if it's gonna work. I've never used Prismacolor pencils before. I've heard that they are probably some of the best colored pencils. I only have one Prismacolor pencil. I just recently bought this in a shade black. It's PC 935 Noir. I needed some more black colored pencils, so I also went out and bought the Faber-Castell one in a shade 199. Swatches very smoothly. Obviously this is a black, so I'm not going to get a lot of, you know, a wide variety of range when it comes to seeing how Prismacolor would swatch on paper like this, but I just wanted to see how something like Prismacolor or a black would show up. Right here is Crazy Art. This is in a shade silver. I wanted to see how some sort of like a silver or gold would show up, and this is very, very pigmented, and it actually surprised me because Crazy Art, Rose Art, to me, they are like some of the lesser quality when it comes to buying colored pencils. Typically with Crazy Art, I'm finding myself with a lot of patchiness in my coloring, and with this one, it looks so much smoother on this type of paper versus any other paper that I've ever used when I'm coloring with Crazy Art. I got this marker from Dollar General, I think, or Family Dollar. It may have been Dollar General. This is by Crafter's Closet. I was looking for a white marker everywhere and I could not find one. This is a thicker marker. It's one of those that you have to press down to activate. I don't like it at all, but I think I need to go on Amazon to find something else. Very vibrant, very smooth, and also something to mention, which is why I say that this may be like a mixed media type of paper. It did not bleed through. And also it does not lift up the paper. You know how whenever you're coloring with a marker or you paint something, it lifts that low quality grade paper up and it crinkles it, and this does not do that at all when I painted it. And this next one is by Faber-Castell. This is a red. I could not find a true red. Like this one, you could definitely see it's more burgundy. This one is a brighter red, but anyway, it is in the shade 126. Probably the prettiest color that's swatched on this paper. I don't think that it's necessarily true to color. I do think that it did tone it down a little bit because you can see the pencil itself is a little bit brighter, and this, when it touched it, it's a lot more toned down. So yeah, see, it's very smooth. The last one I have right here is by Faber-Castell. This is in the shade 151, which is a blue. I think this is more of like a navy blue. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it really well, but I swatched it right here. Very toned down. It almost blends into the paper until light hits it. What I decided to do is color down the General's Pastel Chalk. I feel like I should have went in with the Faber-Castell white pencil instead. That probably would have been a little bit more smooth. Color down the pastel chalk and then color this on top of it. What you might be able to do is take a white color pencil, color it down first, and then go on top of it with that colored pencil, and maybe it'll make it more vibrant. Let's see. I'm going to try Faber-Castell right now. And then I'm going to go back on top of it with this blue just to see if it kind of helps bring it out. It does make it brighter, but I will say that trying to layer over the white pencil, it seems like it's gripping in certain areas and making it look patchy. So it's not ideal, but I think it may be doable. You can probably even go in with something like this Artist Loft's color blender. It blends the color pencils together. It is like an alcohol based type of product. So yeah, you can see it blends it a little bit better together. You don't have to go out of your way to buy specific colored pencils to show up on black paper. When it comes to wax colored pencils, they don't perform as well as regular colored pencils do on here. Same as oil pastels. When it comes to wax colored pencils, My personal preference with these is to color over a regular colored pencil. So I will go over, you know, a colored pencil like this with the wax colored pencil to smooth it out or make it more vibrant. I personally don't use these wax colored pencils on their own. The pastel chalk is more pigmented and vibrant than the regular colored pencil. I almost forgot to mention, I use Ticonderoga pencils. I've not yet gone out of my way to buy actual quality type of pencils. Where they get the job done, I just draw out. I did write the name of each of the colored pencils right next to each other in markers, so you can see that the pencil still shows up if you do want to draw on here first and not just go in with a pencil, with a colored pencil or marker. You can sketch it out first. But I do feel like the pencil is a little bit more toned down on this paper, so it'll probably be easier to conceal it when you go to color in something. It won't be as noticeable, the actual drawing of it. Now what I'm going to do is draw and color something. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to be trying something. So this is what I came up with in the end. It's kind of like a starry night in Christmas, at Christmas time. We have the clouds, which this is my first time drawing clouds, and I'm actually happy of how it came out. And also the light source. Something that I was talking about before was that I was asking a YouTuber, her name is Timmy, she draws on here, and I was asking her, could she do a video explaining like the light source to light up some sort of object. She didn't do the video on it yet, but I decided to try it out on my own. I kind of like how it came out. The circle is not as, you know, circular as it should be, but I did just draw it myself. I seen someone use a circle, like a circle stencil thing. I'm gonna need to buy one of those because I suck at circles. You can see I was struggling around here as well. She is about to cross a bridge. This is a brick bridge. We have the bows on each side. They also have a lantern, and it's actually a fire lantern with the red and white stripes. You have the wreath. some grass here and there, not too much grass because again, it is mostly like winter time. She's wearing a beige dress, you can see how it fuzzes up here, with a brown long sleeve shirt on. And I don't know if I was making these stockings or not, but it's kind of hard to get skin tone colors to show up. Her floppy hat on, her hair is to the side. I decided to go in with like reddish pinkish hair, something that would show up rather than like black hair or anything else. She is walking her very, very floofy dog. Drawing a dog on this type of paper was even harder for me because I've never drawn a dog. I've never even drawn Pluto, Mickey's dog. So this is like a first for me, drawing all of this stuff. I've never drawn any of this before except for like a girl. For beginners, I think that it came out pretty good. I think as time goes on, I'll definitely get better. Also, when it comes to erasing, I will say draw lightly because the eraser does leave like a smudging effect. So draw lightly so you will erase lightly, or it will cast like a eraser shadow. And then to get the drawing to look a little bit more realistic or 3D, what I did was on certain parts, especially around the girl, I did outline with the black colored pencil, and that does help to bring out the drawing a little bit more. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!